Today, I have woken up from my abrupt slumber to bring to you a situation that happened a few months ago, a little tardy to the party. But I would like to bring it to your attention. So it starts with this video of this girl who decides to make this video complaining about squishies and really just her thoughts on them. And those videos of people who make videos saying, like, I wonder why my squishy popped, and they have, like, long-ass nails. And so we'll start off by just showing you this amazing piece of media.
I'm finna get in there. Imagine it just pops right now. I can't understand why my squishy popped. I can't stand those fucking TikToks. Like, is this how you want us to squeeze it? Pet it? Talk to it? Hey, little guy. Like, no. Obviously, I'm finna get in there.
Of my numbing slop, you would expect a, like, corny. It's the type of video I'd skip past without even glancing at it. I already know if I open up the comment section of this video, it's gonna be, oh my god, girl, you're so, with, like, baby boo things or something. Some corny-ass popular girl humor. But state-of-the-art, just a video. And for some background, this woman is proclaimed, possibly true. Probably, for the sake of this video, we'll just assume that this is true, that she has ADHD. And then this one girl made a response, which has since been deleted. And so, but the girl in the video I just showed you made a response to what the other girl had said. And that's the only real video we have of the response of what the other girl said, if that's making any sense. So, although I don't have the clean-cut footage of the girl's response, I do have the footage of some stitches from the girl's response from the actual girl in the beginning of the video. Okay.
You want us to squeeze it? Pet it?
Since grown adults on here want to be fucking stupid,
That's not very nice.
let's let someone who uses needles as a sensory tool, aka me,
What makes you think I don't use this as a sensory tool? I have ADHD.
to, explain how to use it. Cause I'm tired of explaining it in comment sections
Babe, no one's paying you to do that. You don't have to do it.
to grown adults like they are kindergartners. You are supposed to squeeze.
This is so boring.
Close your hand.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she didn't know this was the Berg.
Okay, close. Close.
That's literally what I was doing, besides I made it more fun.
Not dig. Not dig. Close.
Since I paid for it, I'm definitely gonna do what I want with it. I turned your comments off but felt the need to stitch my video.
Okay, you can play with it in one hand. Squeeze.
Again, where's the fun?
Not dig. Cause that's what makes it pop.
I posted that video over a month ago. I play with it like this every day, with nails or without nails, and I'm not digging it in there super far. Like, I'm literally just like poking it. I don't know what y'all think these are made out of, but they're not gonna last forever. Look up what a needle looks like after a year of playing with it.
These are the battle of the brain cells, as we see here. The two Neanderthals fight in a true battle. And who becomes victorious? I don't know. I do feel like they're, especially to what the girl said, that there is no particular way that you are supposed to squish a squishy. You can do it in whatever way you want. Also, she was never saying, also, I don't know if this was me, but the girl was acting like the girl digging into the squishy or whatever was being like, oh, it's gonna, man, I really complain that it pops. No, she was making fun of people that do that and say that it pops. Right? That's all she was doing. So she was accepting the fact that it could pop from the actions that she was doing. And I feel like that's a point that should have been brought up as well, because I feel like that was very clearly what that video is about. This sticker reminds me of the entire situation. But, still, Now, I can't tell which one of these, so here's something that I had to go through a rabbit hole to figure out what this video was about, but the girl made another video, which I can't tell. There's not a bunch of evidence to back up that it's true besides a single comment response video, but for the sake of this video, I'll assume that it is true, and we'll just go ahead and play that clip as well.
This is actually insane. She responded saying you harassed her, but I don't know how because you were simply responding. I want to start this video off by saying I do not condone in bullying. Do not go to her account and harass her in any types of ways. Apparently she thinks it's me. How did I harass you? You called me names, making a video about me, and I responded. Another comment, someone said that she said she was going to get the police involved if I did delete the video in 24 hours. Why would I delete my video? And apparently she's a child. I've never seen a mouth like that on a child talking like that. My bad for mistaking you as an adult because you're talking to an adult in adult ways. So I assumed you were an adult. Unfortunately, I can't see none of the videos because she did private her account. If anyone has the video, please send it to me.
Her account and make a new account, referring to the end of that clip where she goes, well, she did private her account. If anyone has that video, send it to me. I could confirm. I had to go through a rabbit hole to find, but she did make a new response, which I'll show you right after this little tangent here. It clearly states within the bio of both accounts that she is a 13, 14-year-old. Depending on the time that this happened. I don't know when her birthday is, but, or maybe not in her bio, not the bio, I'm sorry, but in her, stories and posts, that it's clear that she is a child, and also middle schoolers and high schoolers have more of a tendency to talk like that because they want to act tough, and eventually they lose in the future. That was just a point I disagree with, because I feel like I know a bunch of people on a personal basis that act like that, regardless of if I'm in school or not. And I just know that it's a thing that they do. Do you guys like the screen full black or the door? I kind of like the aesthetic of the door. But, it's really just, I think that this is really something that I normally wouldn't talk about, because I'd be like, wow, these jokes are kind of, so I'm just gonna leave. Getting the police involved was never going to happen. I could see that from a million miles away. It's the most empty threat since, I don't even have an example because there's nothing that counters it. It is a 14-year-old telling you she's going to get the police involved because you played with a squishy wrong. It's just her saying there's no even little droplet of threat in that statement. And I think it was dumb to even acknowledge it. And also, these are all allegedly. Again, for the video, we're just going to assume that these claims are true, but also it's one TikTok comment, so it doesn't have a lot of factual evidence provided by it, based off the fact that she privated her account and we can't even see that anymore. We do have an account, a new one, which is where I'm about to show you this next response. But, yeah. Okay, let's dive into this.
So I made a video around 2 months ago that on its initial release got 20 views. Then a month after I made it, a 23-year-old woman, now 24, made a response video to it. A month after I posted it, which gained my account lots of traction. And with that traction, gained me a lot of death threats, people telling me to kill myself, people encouraging me to become unclean from my self-harm, and people trying to find where I live and hurt me. I've asked her not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times to take the video down. I've asked her once through message requests on this account, once through message requests on an alt account, and multiple times through comments. She has acknowledged this account's existence. I've actually, like I said, messaged her on this account and on my alt account saying, hey, Can you take those down? Because I'm being harassed? But I can assure you, she's not all fucking famous and shit. No, she's just not. She's just not. So I can assure you, she saw my message.
Interruption right here. But I also just want to say that I don't want you to go to their account and hate on them, out of either one of them, because I think it's stupid and you have better things to do in your life, like not comment under corny TikTokers. I would hope that she would have screenshots of these to prove her credibility here. Again, I'm not gonna do a double standard, because I did assume that the squishy squeezing girl was telling the truth in both of her things. So for the sake of this story, or this video, we're just gonna assume that she is telling the truth as well. That the person in this video is 100% factually telling the truth, and we're just gonna assume that that's the truth. I have not seen this response, so every time I think something, I pause it and I type it in, so those were those written parts. But I knew it was 8 minutes long because I clicked it before I put it into my editing software, which is not that hard to find out if you stick to the end. But what I will tell you is that by far, I feel like a lot of the times she speaks, which is something that I do too, but like a pause every 4 words, which I do as well, but I feel like when I hear other people do it, I don't know, not really a great point, but I don't know. All I'm saying here is that for the sake of this story, just like we did with the others, we're just gonna assume that she's telling the truth here. Okay.
Request. Because there's no way that you have so many message requests that a person who's actively being harassed because of a video you made, you don't see their message request. Especially when that message request has been sent to you 2 separate times from 2 separate accounts, both belonging to the same person. It's extremely immature of a 23-year-old to be doing this, which I don't want to hear people saying, oh, but you were immature. Yeah, guess what? I'm barely allowed to be on any fucking social media, okay? The age limit for social media is 13 and up. Guess who turned 13 3 months ago? Me. Okay? That woman who made the video about me was 13 11 years ago. She was 13 in 2015. You'd think in 11 years someone would have matured, but no. So I'm going to be tagging her, so maybe me and her can have a conversation, because I've sent her a message request before. And I would like to have a conversation with her, telling her, like, hey, take the video down, because people are trying to find where I live and hurt me. You wouldn't want that happening to you, would it? No, you wouldn't. I don't care if that video got 2 million views. You're not making money off of it anyway. You don't have enough fucking followers to. You're not making money off of it. And I can assure you that you're probably not. Because you don't have enough followers to meet the requirement. Which means there is no reason to have the video still up after the person you made the video about has asked you multiple times to take it down because of the harassment that is getting directed towards them because of your video. Because that account was age restricted, which is a sign that, hey, this isn't an adult. Okay? I had a very low amount of followers. Average view count was around 10 to maybe 30 views per video, which was mostly all from my mutuals. You couldn't download, stitch it, or duet the video. So you had to screen record it. If you can't take a video and put it into your camera roll using TikTok's features, and if you can't directly respond to a video using TikTok's features, that account is probably age restricted. And she also made a response video to someone saying that I was 13. She said, "Oh, well, I thought they were an adult." Well, guess what? I'm not. And it's very obvious that I'm not. And the only reason you're saying that is because you don't want to deal with the fact that you are getting a 13-year-old harassed because of a video you made that you refused to take down. I took down my video. I took it down. Okay, I took it down, and I apologized to her, but she refused to acknowledge that I took the video down, so the only place on the internet that that video exists is her camera roll and her video. I took the video down. She hasn't taken hers down. I took down my hateful video, and I apologized. She didn't. So like I said, I'm going to tag her. Okay, I'm going to tag her. Also, sorry if I'm like rambling on. I'm just really fucking pissed off and I want to have a conversation with this bitch. Because if you make a video and in that video you don't say, "Hey, don't go harass this person," people are going to do it. She did make a video in that video saying, "Hey, don't go harass her," but that was too late. She made that video a week after she made the initial one that got 2 million.
In no way when I make this statement am I referring to the death threats that she got. What I mean when I'm telling this statement is about the actual videos itself. So when I make this statement, let's act like the death threats or any other whatevers never actually existed. Let's just throw them out. Let's just talk about the actual video responses. You cannot be a disher and a taker. You cannot be a disher and not a taker when it comes to the internet. Now, I'm not talking about you dishing out hate to the creator and then not being able to take death threats. Not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about calling someone crazy and effing stupid and not expecting them to respond with backlash to you. And I am saying this because I know that, one of my 10 viewers, and I'm not afraid to say that I'm not popular, I'm not, in the grand scheme of YouTube channels and social media channels. I know one of my 10 viewers, one of them being me, will try to switch this around to make it seem like I was saying that, oh, you can't dish out all this hate and not expect threat. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't dish out hate to a creator and not expect the creator to respond. Just put that clear. This is a long clip. And it's just all slop.
Views. Because it was extremely obvious that I was not in a good place when making that video. Extremely obvious. Because you see someone in a very childish looking room yelling at a camera. It's very obvious that that's a mentally ill teenager or a mentally ill child, because that's what a teenager is, a child, under 18, a minor, a child. Put yourself in my place. You're extremely unmedicated because of the current state of America and because of how expensive therapists and psychiatrists are. They're like $300 per session, and doing that weekly is insane. Doing that monthly is insane. Okay? But you don't have access to that. You don't have access to any sort of medicine or anything that can help you. So you go on the internet and make a video, make a post that gets 20 views. And then someone 11 years older than you goes, I don't like your video, so I'm going to make a video. And then that video, in response to your video that was in response to their video, gets 2 million people to look at it. And now you're being sent death threats, being told to harm yourself, and being told all these things. Being told that people are going to find your house, find your address, and kill you. So that's it. If you have any questions about the situation, like I said, I'm very sorry for rambling on and on. I'm just very fucking pissed off. But if you have any questions about the situation, message me. And don't be an ass about it, okay? Message me. Ask that question, message me. Okay? If you are the asshole who made that video, message me. I want to fucking talk to you, okay? Because on this account, guess what? I'm not age restricted, so I can actually have a conversation with an adult who made a video about me that got 2 million views, okay? Bye for now.
Don't worry, the fun's not over yet. Inhale, exhale for me. Now, what we see in this clip is too much for me to sit here and unravel. That's why I made little intervals of points staring at. I'm a child, so I'm safe from having to contact this woman, so good for me. Now, we have to pay attention to some of the key details that I wanted to think about, most going towards the end, because I mostly talked about what I wanted to talk about in the middle and beginning segments of the 2 parts that I interrupted it for. So she mentions multiple times, don't worry, don't have nightmares. That is the end of that clip. But she comments on how she has had multiple death threats sent to her and how the video got 2 million views, which, as I stated at the time, it's not her fault that she got views for making a response that was a lot kinder than the response that you gave her. And even if you are older, you should still be able to, even if you are younger than her, you should at that point not have a social media account where you can post videos and things. And also, how are people messaging you if your account was age restricted, as you say, and everything as you say, and it was private, as you say, and you privated the video, turned off your comments, and took the thing down? I don't know. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to assume that that's all true. I don't have much to say about this because I don't really, I just genuinely don't care. But, I got most that I wanted to get across from little writings and other segments. Now, I want to drift our attention to another video by this woman that is a rant. She's a ranter. She's on an alter ego. She is a ranter. No comment. But we're gonna go ahead and look at one of her Hood Classic rants. And I'll let you interpret it while you watch it, and then I'll comment on it.
Is it just me, or does anyone else think that all this ranter drama is unnecessary? If you don't like what they say, just block them and move on. Now, I understand that a lot of them have said very controversial things, but blocking them and ignoring them would be a better solution instead of starting all this drama and these fights. It's so annoying to see people get mad over what people say. Like, can't you just ignore them? Anyway, that's all for today. See ya!
Well, I'm not going to get into the whole then how do we bring awareness to things conversation, because I just don't feel like putting myself through that again. And as the woman said, niche reference to 12 minutes ago, to the squishy girl, you don't get paid to do this, and I don't get paid to have to explain it, so I'm simply not going to explain the whole then how do we bring awareness conversation, because I just don't feel like it, and I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to. Man, I'm sounding like the buzzword connoisseur over here. Better pass the crown over to me repeating the same sentence. Ah, man. I know the old heads their veins are about to pop from anger. But to get to the point here, it's just rich coming from her, honestly, like Mr. Krabs level money diving rich. To just be like, I'm tired of all this drama. Can't you just block them and ignore what they say? Gang, if you don't see the irony in that, then you can't enjoy any movie ever. Like, if you don't see the irony in that statement, I'm not talking, again, want to make this clear, want to clear this up. I'm not fully talking about death threats here. I'm not even really talking about death threats. What I am talking about here is the content creator who you didn't like. First of all, you could have scrolled. You didn't even have to block him. I'm sure you weren't following them. I stay on the following because it's my own type of For You page. It gives me the people that I actually like and I've showed that I like. And I'll go on the For You page like once, twice a month to maybe gather some new people for the herd. But in other scenarios, I really don't care. To wrap it all up, the situation is just a real big mind number. An absolute, just complete rotted whatever. I'm not even going to get to the accounts and other videos, but I was scrolling through it to see if she had taken down that other video that the response girl had put in, which she had mentioned in the 8-minute clip that I had not watched previously that she did. It's your turn to decide who becomes victorious. I believe that there were bad parts on each side, and honestly, I don't care to share my opinion on this matter because I simply don't want to, because it's gonna end up stupid either way. I think they're both Neanderthals equally. So just pick your poison in the comments. Just because the girl had a longer clip doesn't mean that, the clip could have been 3 minutes with the amount of words she just repeated. So I think we should just take that at face value there. And, but the other response girl made dashing points of like, oh, this and this, and I thought you were kidding, and then it's like the other girl in the response was like, I don't know. I was just trying to find his base money, fancy clothes. No, I was just trying to find some sort of thing to talk about, some kind of controversy-ish. So I just looked through everything, and I stumbled across this in the far lands of drama and controversy. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. Or you didn't, I don't really care.